Welcome to KG3TRTJDIO News with Jose Jr. and Ryan Steele.
Hello, and welcome to KG3TRTJDIO News. I'm Jose Sanchez Gutierrez de la Cruz del Pueblo de Guadalupe, Jr.
And I'm Ryan Steele.
Breaking news! At exactly 4:53 p.m. today, a magnitude of a 7.0 earthquake hit Haiti.
It hit off the southwest of Port-au-Prince, with aftershocks ranging from 5 to 6 magnitude.
We now go to our geologist Isabella Ozuna to discover and know more about the strange phenomenon called earthquakes. What are they? And are they a danger to you and your family? We now go to Isabella Ozuna.
The other side.
Hi.
Can you explain to exactly what earthquakes do?
Okay, so to understand the earthquake that happened today, we're going to have to kind of understand earthquakes in general, of course. So though we don't necessarily think of the Caribbean as earthquake country, it most definitely is. The earthquake that devastated Port-au-Prince on Tuesday occurred along the boundaries of two tectonic plates, great slabs of crust that slide past one another slowly over time. And subduction. So subduction is sideways and downward movement of the edge of the plate of the Earth's crust into the mantle beneath another plate. And so the plates that this happened in, so the Caribbean plate is moving east in relation to the North American plate. Large earthquakes frequently occur on these plate boundaries. So the Caribbean plate has been moving about 1/4 of an inch per year relative to the North American plate. But the two plates don't simply glide past one another, which is why you get subduction. Strain builds up along the faults on the plate boundaries until it's released in a sudden burst of energy, and that's an earthquake. So to understand more about these earthquakes, we're going to have to go to a historian.
That's art. Now to our historian, April Ozuna.
Hello, and welcome to Haiti. We are in the backyard of one of the many Haitians who have experienced this tremendous and horrible earthquake. As you can see, a variety of things have been destroyed, but for some weird, unexplainable reason, this porch ring is still standing. Now, we are joined with our historian, April Ozuna, to learn more about the history of this earthquake. April, what can you tell us?
Well, this has been Haiti's first major earthquake in about 2 centuries. There are 2 major faults along Hispaniola, the island shared by Haiti and the Dominican Republic. This earthquake occurred along the southern fault, the Enriquez Plantain Garden Fault System. There hasn't been a major earthquake on this system for about 200 years. That means stress has been building up for quite a long time. When the stress finally grew too large, the rock along the fault failed and released a huge burst of energy in less than a minute. You know, this has been some curiosity of mine that I just thought about right now. But how did you get here so fast?
Don't question my power, just continue with your interview.
Alright, so geologists are still working on the details, but it appears that 30 to 60 miles of the fault gave way. That not only triggered the original quake, but also resulted in aftershocks magnitude 5 or higher that created a lot of destruction. This is reminiscent of some of the earthquakes in New Zealand, 7.0 magnitude, that also created a lot of destruction as well. So to know furthermore of what triggered these faults is you'd have to talk to a seismologist.
That is my job. Now, as I was saying, we will talk to our seismologist. Thank you.
Hi, my name is November Ozuna, and I'm a seismologist. Seismology is the study of different waves, such as S waves and P waves, that react because of plate tectonics and the shifting of tectonic plates. Now, these waves are measured on 2 different scales called the intensity scales and magnitude scales. Now, intensity scales, such as the modified Mercalli scale and the Rossi-Forel scale, measure the amount of shaking at a particular location. So that basically means that the intensity of an earthquake is different on where you're standing.
Geology.
Magnitude scales, like the Richter magnitude, which most people are familiar with, and the moment magnitude measure the size of the earthquake at its source. So they do not depend on where the measurement is made. Different magnitudes, different earthquakes. Alright, back to you at the studio.
Thank you, November, for those thoughtful words. We now go to our geographer for more information.
I need to pee. Got a lot of juice. I'll be back. Thanks.
Unprofessional. Anyways, back to our geographer, Felipe Castro Sandoval Paisa Viva Mexico de la Guardia III.
Hi. So, what would you like to learn about the geography of earthquakes?
What can you tell us about where they happen and how they cause tsunamis?
Well, recently I just came back from Alaska where we were investigating a 7.0 magnitude earthquake that happened just this past Sunday. And a lot of people ask, why is it that in those areas there's earthquakes? Well, let me answer that. The reason is because of tectonic plates. Now, usually earthquakes happen around or near tectonic plates. They could happen far away, but usually they're more centered and more common in places closer to those, such as the west coast of the United States, or the west side of the entire North America, because as there is a tectonic plate right there by the coast. So that's why usually states like Oregon, California, and Washington, and even Alaska experience earthquakes. Now, if we go to the discussion of tsunamis, well, this past year, there were around 2 tsunamis caused by earthquakes, one in the Solomon Islands on July 18 with a 7.0 magnitude, and one in Chile with an 8.3 magnitude on September 16. Now, one of the most deadliest tsunamis that has ever occurred was during the 20th century on April 1st, 1946, around Hilo, Hawaii, with waves ranging from 13 stories high. Now, investigation into tsunamis in that specific area has led us to investigate more about the Semidiad Trench, which is expected to erupt every 180 to 270 years. And the last time it erupted was around 227 years ago, which means we are expected for a deadly and very huge tsunami very soon. So therefore, we must keep in mind and always be diligent and observe the area. Thank you. Hi, Mom.
That was a big one. That was a lot of water. Okay, what are we talking about? We're ready. You were saying?
We now go to our disaster specialist that can talk more about the damages that have been caused by the earthquake in Haiti.
Hello, I'm Umbuku. That is Umbuku. And this is Umbuku. Yes, we are working quite well with the USA to Nobody. We have assisted many of our people, providing food, supplies, and housing. And in response to the rumors that our government is doing anything in our poor building regulations are to blame for destruction, that is obviously false. As you can see behind me, my team of expert, highly talented workers are repairing our community as we speak. And the buildings falling behind me, yeah, that's because of Umbuku hitting us against our building. Our building codes are completely excellent. We are not to blame for the thousands of deaths caused by the earthquake. Do not believe rumors that we do not help. This is proof. My expert, brilliant, efficient, educated, and experienced team will fix our nation quicker than you can say Umbuku. Umbuku! Umbuku! Hey! Umbuku! I think it worked.
Yeah, we can see you have a lot of work in progress there.
I think they're doing an excellent job. They'll be done in no time, won't they?
Well, that's all we have for you today on the earthquake in Haiti.
We'll give you more information as it becomes available.
Now, in recent unexplainable news, apparently one of the signs of the apocalypse has just occurred. Nathan got a girlfriend. And we'll bring you more on this story after the commercial break.